Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-March 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Virgo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these beautiful Virgos in mid-March, please? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you coin into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo in mid-March. What's the vibe? What's the energy here for my good friends? Let's get this card out nice and quick, please. All right, the deck's being a little particular here, and it's fine. I'll take it. You know, I read jumpers, and we're going to wait for it to pop out. Okay, there's a lot on this person's mind, figuratively and literally, when this card is here. This is actually one of my favorites. It does have some really good energies attached to it, but there could just be a lot going on, a lot of energies that some of you might be contending with this card. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this lovely lady. So if you look here in the box, you see she has that beehive hairdo, and there's all sorts of artistic implements in her hair. So this is a great card for creativity for a lot of Virgos. Now could be a great time to get those creative juices flowing. So whether it's writing, doing art, music, you name it, now's a great time to express yourself. Okay? And there's various, almost countless ways that you can do that. Normally, I see the creative bug pop up when someone either has a lot on their mind, or there's an intense energy within that needs to be let out. So for some Virgos, maybe you're just building up certain intensity within you and you need a release valve. That could definitely be the case. But the fact that she literally has a lot of stuff on her mind could be the same for some of you. Your attention might be in a lot of different places. There could be a lot of situations that you're thinking about. It could even be a couple of main situations where it's like you're thinking about every single aspect. It's just a lot of energy. Okay? And even if that's not the case, just watch that you don't get overwhelmed by things or bombarded. That's like a thing I pick up with this card sometimes too. So it's great for creativity. Just watch with being overwhelmed. So we're going to put her down over there for now. She can keep chilling out. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my beautiful Virgo friends. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Explosive Change, and it seems like the rest of the Zodiac this week really took from your cue last week. There's been a lot of fire and air mixture going on for people. But as far as your reading, to me, it felt like something building up and changing rapidly, really quick. And if nothing like that's happened yet, just know that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks. It was just very fiery. Now, the good thing, Virgos are usually adaptable people, right? You're a mutable sign. So it didn't feel bad for everyone. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here from my beautiful Virgo friends in mid-March. What's happening? What do we got? Okay. And again, the deck is being a little particular. Yeah, I mean, this 10 of Wands, it makes a lot of sense with what we were just saying about this card. And you'll see what I mean when we start breaking it down. But I mean, it's a good card for determination. It's a lot. It's a lot of intense energy. Let's get a couple more out here. Let's get a couple more for Virgo, please. Thank you. Okay, King of Pentacles, that's one of your power cards, so that's a good sign. And remember, it's not gender specific. We'll just have to see. But the one thing I will say, all the energy up front here feels like pretty heavy, if that makes sense. There's a weight to it. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands here on the back end. So you still have a lot of fire showing up for you this week. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. There's a lot of external influence showing up in your reading this week as well. So let's get that card right there. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I know I was giving you some of the information as we were going through, but I always look at the elements first, you know that, and we have a lot of fire here, just like we had last week with the 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, boom. There's a card beginning and ending, so there is some sort of journey possibly happening for some of you where it's like, all right, I'm walking this road, I'm on this journey. Doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, no. But fire to me is passion, it's action, it's drive, and there's a certain intensity to it. Now, the downside with all this fire energy could be very unpredictable. You do have Earth in the center with the King of Pentacles, one of your power cards. And remember, it's not gender specific, but when I see a lot of fire and Earth, these are outside influences. When we see swords and cups, that's the inner world. This is the outer world, like the people, the situations, work, this, that. There's like a lot of outside noise. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number one, we are starting off with the 10 of Wands. Now, granted, this card does have some challenges. Let's go through the positives first, because I'm an optimistic individual. The 10 of Wands, you see this person are carrying that big bundle of sticks or lumber, and it's a card of determination. It doesn't matter how heavy it is. It doesn't matter how burdensome it is or how difficult something is. It's when I'm committed to doing a task, I will complete it. So when I see this, it's somebody that never gives up, won't give up. We're going to keep pushing no matter what. That's a beautiful thing with the 10 of Wands. But again, this could be a burden, whether it's a mental burden, emotional burden, even a physical one. This is one of the cards that I do link to physical health and vitality. So you want to make sure you're not burning yourself out. You want to watch out for health issues. Try to stay as healthy as possible when this card is here. You might need some sort of rest, recuperation, or break. Specifically, watch out for areas on your body like the neck, back, and spine when this card is here. But it's heavy. So again, this could be a little problematic. It doesn't have to be, but it could be problematic. It could be a situation that carries a lot of weight as well. So you see, like, a lot of these cards could go in a lot of different directions. So the 10 of Wands, that carries a lot of weight. So whatever that situation is. Now, moving to the center, we have the beautiful King of Pentacles himself. So once again, this is one of your power cards, and it could link to another earth sign. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, any of those. And I see kings, I think of control of their suit. So obviously the Pentacles, that rules over the material world. So money, job, career, business, family, home. And the King of Pentacles has it on lock. Usually when I see this, it's a fantastic sign. It's a powerful card. It's wins, it's victories, it's blessings, it's abundance. So when we see this 10 of Wands next to this King of Pentacles, it's like, all right, well, this wasn't an easy road to walk, or the journey I'm on is not the simplest, but it can and will be worth it with this King of Pentacles. Now, the challenge with this card, it can represent, you know, a stubborn type of energy. Remember, I did say it's heavy right here in the front with the 10 of Wands. Now the King of Pentacles is just very, very heavy. So hopefully you're not feeling stuck in any situation. Hopefully you're not still feeling stuck in general. Watch out for stubborn viewpoints or stubborn individuals when this card is here. And a downside with the King of Pentacles, especially if he flips in reverse, he could be unpredictable too. So it's interesting that we have a lot of fire and earth, and these energies in their shadow side can be unpredictable, so we'll definitely want to look at that further. Now, moving to the back end, we have a very fiery card, obviously, the Ace of Wands. Now, I always say all aces are opportunities, all aces are offers. So hopefully that's a good thing coming in. It's fresh, it's new. Whereas this 10 of Wands, it's a little cumbersome, it's a little heavy. This Ace of Wands is like refreshing. It's your energy levels as well. So there's this interesting link here about your energy levels and recuperation. Now, the Ace of Wands can be very fiery and can be very explosive, like the energy we saw last week. Aces can also speak of communication, talking. So whether it's a conversation between you and another person, whether it's a message that you need to get out there. A big downside that when it comes to these, aside from the unpredictable nature of all the fire, aces are never guaranteed. That's the big thing. It's like, all right, there's potential here, but it's not guaranteed. It's like you might need to meet the universe halfway in regards to something, but it's new and it's fresh. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Virgo. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Virgo friends. Let's see what's happening, my guides, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 10 of Wands. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, 10 of Wands time. What is going on? Please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, there's something askew. There's something off. Lady Justice in reverse underneath the Ten of Wands. It's like, all right, this is a little disproportionate. Okay, so whether it's like you doing too much in a situation where it's like, all right, well, this person's not pulling their weight, I'm pulling all the weight. There could be somebody that's putting a lot more effort into something than the next person. That's a big vibe I'm getting here initially. Now, there's other messages that can be pulled from this for sure. Lady Justice, she could represent a Libra you're connected to. But notice, she always has the scales. She does speak about fairness. And when she shows up in reverse, it's like, no, this is off. There's something off here. Now, I can say for some of you, there may be a situation that needs your attention. There could be a situation that you should take it seriously. Don't just brush it off. Don't say it's nothing. When I see the Ten of Wands, a Lady Justice in reverse, it's like, no, this is serious. You should keep an eye on this. Something's off and something needs to be done to balance these scales, whatever they may be. So again, whether it is business, whether it is personal relationships or work, I feel somebody pulling more of the weight. Okay, and that's no judgment here. But if that's not the case, it's just a situation that, it's heavy. It needs your attention and it needs you to be serious about it with her in reverse. Now, she is the biggest karmic card in the whole entire deck. I'm not going to say that somebody's going to catch a whopping dose of karma. We'll see. If we get more karmic cards, I'm going to be like, okay, the universe is shifting things around and the universe is doing something, especially if we get another one here on the back end. But initially, what I'm seeing here are those main things. Either you might be putting more energy and effort into something than the next person, or vice versa. It's like somebody's doing much more than the next. I don't know why that's showing up the way it is. Either that, or it's just, again, a serious situation where it's like, don't just brush this off. Don't just ignore it. It needs your attention. Okay, so you take that for whatever it's worth, whatever area of life. If something's been like nagging at you, you've been thinking about it a lot, this says like, all right, well, you have a right to be thinking about it, and you probably should continue until it's solved. Let's keep moving. That is something you should probably take seriously. So let's keep moving. Let's see what the King of Pentacles has. Let's see what that has, and I really want to get over to that Ace because that's the communication. So why is the King of Pentacles here for my beautiful Virgos? What's happening? Thank you. This is good. All right. I mean, this is a really nice energy. It does feel content. All right, this is odd. So I do like it. And I will say this, for some Virgos, this could be that change we were talking about where something was like really rough, really difficult. And now it's like, whoa, okay. That changed, like, I don't want to say drastically or overnight, but it's like night and day. Like, that's the energy I'm getting here. It's like, this is like really heavy and it's unfair and it's unbalanced. The energy here in the center, it's like, yeah, we're sturdy, we're good, we're chilling, it's beautiful. Now, this could tie into exactly what I was saying here up front, where it's like someone might be struggling a little bit, somebody could be having a very difficult time, where another person has it on easy street. That's like another vibe. So what I'm hoping and what I'm claiming for a lot of Virgos out there is that some situation for you improves to the point where you're the one on easy street. That's what we're claiming here. But it could very well be a situation if like someone's putting in a disproportionate amount of effort. And it's like some person's struggling, the next person is really chilling. It's like they're unbothered, they're cool, they're happy. That's the big vibe I'm picking up here. Now, the Empress, that could link again to Libra, Venus energy. So there's really strong Libra vibes. It could link to Taurus as well. So we have both of those signs showing up here in a big way for you, Virgo. But the Empress is the goddess. She's blessings, abundance, potential. So I'm hoping for a lot of you, this is a change for a better, or again, a huge win or victory coming your way. It could definitely be that. Something that was really difficult, finally getting much better, which is really good. I would claim that. But for another portion of you, if this is two different people, it's like one person's chilling. They have not a care in the world. They're happy with how things are. The other one is struggling. That's it. So for some of you, maybe some self-reflection, maybe there's someone connected to that they're going through a difficult time, even if they're not showing it. Let's keep moving over to the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's an interesting dichotomy of energy. But again, we're hoping that for a lot of you, this is your win or victory. This is your change for the better, hopefully. But let's see what that Ace of Wands has, because I like that energy in the middle. Let's see what's up with the Ace. What's the Ace here? You. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords in reverse underneath this Ace of Wands. This could 100% be a conversation or a talk that like comes up out of nowhere. I'm not going to say it's like an explosive talk. To me, it's more of like a surprising or unexpected one. That could very much be the case with the way the energy flows here. Now, just know there might be someone you're connected to. They may have some gripes that they have not aired out yet. Or maybe this could even be you. Maybe you have some feelings or gripes or things that you need to get off your chest that you've held back, you've held down, you played like you were fine. Everything's cool. When I see the Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords in reverse, it's like, I can't hold this in anymore. I need to say something about it. Okay, so that's just the big vibe I'm getting. Now, the Seven of Swords, if this was in the upright, I would be concerned, right? Because any of you that know tarot, if this was in the upright, it could be sneaky, it could be underhanded, it could be a card of lying and secrecy. But when it's in reverse, it's things that are being spoken about, things that are being addressed, and things that are coming out. So again, when I see it underneath the Ace of Wands, to me, this could be an unexpected, surprising talk or conversation or message. That's the big thing. It's interesting how all of this energy plays off of each other in the spread this week. Again, I don't feel like these are bad energies per se. It's just like something hasn't been addressed or something needs to be addressed. It's like, all right, well, it might seem like it's cool, but there's more to be discussed here. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadows. So there's like hidden things, right? Position number one, before we get into the shadow card, we have the Ten of Wands with Lady Justice in reverse. So to me, it's like, yeah, something's off here. Like something might not be quite right. I did get a disproportionate effort. So whether it's you and another person, it's like you might be doing more than they are. It's like the effort levels are completely different when I'm seeing this. It could also just represent a situation that is pretty serious and you need to keep an eye on it or you need to address it. Spirit saying, don't shrug it off, don't ignore it, don't sweep it under the rug. Moving to the middle, we have the King of Pentacles with the Empress in the upright. Beautiful. I did say for a lot of you, this could be a change for the better, a win or victory coming in for you, where it's like, yeah, it was tough, it was difficult, wasn't an easy road. But now the energy feels much lighter, much easier. It's like, yeah, now we're on easy street. But the only issue to me is if it's like one person that's struggling and the other person that they don't have a care in the world, because for some of you that could be the case. Moving to the back end, we have the Ace of Wands with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Again, this could be an unexpected or surprising talk. Someone might have some really intense feelings or things that they really want to discuss. They may have been holding it in for quite a while. And when I see this energy here on the back end, it's like, yeah, no, that's coming out. So whether it is a message or a conversation talk, it just pops up out of nowhere. So you might be having some interesting convos this coming week, Virgo. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. Well, let's get a good shuffle here for my Virgo friends. What's happening? Oh God, Spirit team. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got for Virgo? What do we got? Thank you. Okay, so the Empress card is showing up for you again, which is really a beautiful thing. And similar to the Capricorns, you have a positive shadow card, so this is good. Empress, yeah, she has her drawbacks, but you remember all the beautiful things I was saying about her. She represents potential, possible good things coming your way. Now, again, if you're connected to a Libra or Taurus, they're all over the place within this reading. But if that's not the case, the Empress to me is something great coming in. So could something fantastic come from whatever this conversation is or whatever this situation is as a whole? Yeah, I do feel for a lot of you something could be changing for the better. So it's a energy that has a ton of potential. The only issue or thing to be a little cautious about with the Empress is that she can be stubborn. She can be an energy that's resistant to change. Okay, and she's like putting up a wall, like in her shadow form. Okay, so that's just an energy I'd like you to watch out for. You might have to be a little more adaptable than you normally are when this card is here, but I feel for the vast majority of you, this is a very positive shadow card because it fits in with what we're picking up in the reading. So yeah, Virgo, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me and get a little glimpse into whatever situations you're dealing with, you can check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The March schedule is up and live, but for the March subscriber surprise, giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, where in this beautiful big world are you from? I'll go first. I'm from New Jersey, and you could just put it down in the comments and you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll talk to you soon.